Ever wondered what it's like to live on the edge of tradition? Picture this, a remote village where the sun never sets for half the year, or a bustling city where street food is an art form. These aren't just places, they're experiences that challenge our very understanding of life. As I wandered through the vibrant markets of Marrakesh, the sense of spices swirling around me, I couldn't help but think, what drives people to embrace such unique lifestyles? What if I told you there are cultures that thrive in the most extreme conditions, adapting in ways that will leave you questioning your own daily comforts? Imagine thriving in the frozen tundra, where community bonds are stronger than the harshest winters. Or consider a tribe that dances with fire, celebrating life in ways that ignite the soul. But let's pause for a moment. What does it really mean to live fully? Is it about the thrill of adventure? Or is it the stories we gather along the way? As we dive deeper into these extraordinary lives, prepare to have your perception of culture turned upside down. Buckle up, because this journey isn't just about travel. It's about discovering the secrets of extreme living that connect us all. Ritual y Tradiques culture you know. There's something truly magical about the rituals and traditions that define communities around the world. Every time I think about it, I'm reminded of how these celebrations like the vibrant festivals in India or the solemn ceremonies in Japan are more than just events. They're the heartbeat of a culture. Each dance, each song, every ceremonial act carries stories and meanings that have been passed down through generations. It's fascinating how these practices shape not only individual identities, but also the collective spirit of a community. Take, for instance, the Day of the Dead in Mexico. It's a beautiful celebration filled with color and joy, honoring the memories of loved ones who have passed away. People create intricate altars adorned with photographs, flowers, and favorite foods of the deceased. It's a time when families come together, share stories, and reconnect with their heritage. This kind of experience reinforces the importance of family ties and cultural continuity, reminding us all of our roots, no matter where we are in the world. And then there are the various rites of passage that mark significant transitions in life, like coming-of-age ceremonies. I remember reading about the Maasai warriors in Kenya. When they transition to adulthood, they undergo a series of tests and rituals that not only signify their readiness to take on responsibilities, but also solidify their identity within the community. These moments are powerful, anchoring individuals in a shared history and tradition that transcends the ordinary. It's incredible to think about how these cultural practices serve as a bridge between the past and the present. They offer a sense of belonging, a connection to something larger than ourselves. In a world that often feels fragmented and fast-paced, these rituals provide a grounding experience. They remind us of our humanity and the shared values that bind us, no matter where we come from. Ultimately, exploring these rituals and traditions gives us insight into the diverse tapestry of human experience. They enrich our understanding of life, love, and the myriad ways people express their identity. Whether it's a joyous celebration or a solemn remembrance, these practices shape us, influence our perspectives, and connect us to our ancestors and future generations. Modos de vida sustentables. When I think about sustainable ways of living, I can't help but admire the communities that have embraced eco-friendly practices. It's refreshing to see how some groups prioritize harmony with nature over consumerism. For instance, in various indigenous cultures, traditional agricultural methods have been passed down for centuries. They focus on crop rotation and polyculture, ensuring that the land remains fertile while providing diverse food sources. This approach not only nurtures the environment, but also strengthens the community's food security. I remember visiting a small village in Costa Rica that practices permaculture. The locals had transformed their surroundings into a lush paradise, using techniques that mimic natural ecosystems. It wasn't just about farming. It was about creating a sustainable lifestyle that respects the earth. They utilize rainwater harvesting and solar energy, showcasing how renewable resources can be integrated into daily life. Seeing that firsthand made me realize that sustainability isn't just a trend. It's a way of life for many. Moreover, the connection these communities have with their environment fosters a deeper appreciation for nature. I've noticed that when people live in tune with their surroundings, they tend to have a more mindful attitude toward consumption. They understand the impact of their choices, leading them to prioritize local resources and minimize waste. This consciousness is contagious, inspiring others to adopt similar practices in their own lives. One of the most striking aspects of sustainable living is how it often leads to stronger community bonds. In many eco-friendly communities, collaboration is key. People come together for communal farming, sharing skills and resources. This not only enhances social cohesion, but also allows for shared knowledge and experiences. It's a beautiful reminder that living sustainably isn't just about the environment. It's also about fostering relationships and building a sense of belonging. In a world grappling with climate change and environmental degradation, these sustainable lifestyles provide hope. They remind us that it's possible to coexist with nature and prioritize the health of our planet. Every time I read about these communities, I'm inspired to reflect on my own choices and consider how I can contribute to a more sustainable future. After all, every small effort counts in the grand scheme of things. Diversity of languages and communications. It's fascinating how language shapes our understanding of the world. When I think about the rare languages and dialects spoken across different cultures, I can't help but marvel at the unique perspectives they offer. For instance, some indigenous languages have words that describe concepts or emotions that simply don't exist in English. It's like they've crafted an entirely different lens through which to view life. That's why the preservation of these endangered languages is so crucial. Losing a language means losing a piece of that culture's worldview. I remember reading about a small community in the Amazon rainforest where the locals speak a language that has no written form. They rely entirely on oral tradition to pass down stories, knowledge, and history. It's remarkable to think that these stories, rich with cultural significance, could vanish if the language does. This isn't just about words. It's about a way of life, traditions, and identities tied to those sounds. Each conversation they have is a thread that weaves them together, connecting generations and fostering a sense of belonging. Moreover, language is a powerful tool for shaping our social interactions. In many cultures, the way people communicate can reveal their values and social hierarchies. For instance, in some Asian languages, the use of honorifics signifies respect and the importance of relationships. It's a reminder that communication is about more than just exchanging information. It's about understanding context, emotions, and the unspoken rules of society. Such nuances can be lost when we only focus on the literal translation of words. In our increasingly globalized world, the pressure on these rare languages is mounting. Many young people are gravitating towards dominant languages like English or Mandarin, often at the expense of their native tongues. I've seen firsthand how this shift can create a disconnect between generations, with elders feeling alienated as their languages fade away. It's a bittersweet reality where the allure of global communication sometimes overshadows the beauty of local dialects. So, what can be done to protect these languages? Education plays a pivotal role. Initiatives to teach and promote indigenous languages in schools can spark interest in younger generations. Additionally, documenting these languages through recordings and written materials can help preserve them for future study. It's not just a matter of saving words. It's about ensuring that every unique worldview continues to enrich our collective tapestry of human experience. Culinary and traditional food. Food, what a beautiful way to connect with culture. When I think about the local diets and traditional dishes from around the world, it's like uncovering a treasure chest of flavors and stories. Each region has its own unique ingredients that tell a tale of the land, climate, and people. For example, in Italy, the use of fresh basil and tomatoes reflects the Mediterranean climate, while in the Andes, quinoa and potatoes are staples born from centuries of agricultural tradition. I've had the pleasure of tasting dishes that are steeped in history and tradition, like the communal feast in a small village in Africa where everyone contributes a dish. It's more than just a meal. It's a celebration of community and togetherness. The act of sharing food creates bonds and fosters a sense of identity that is hard to replicate. It's fascinating how meals can bring people together, transcending language and cultural barriers. Preparation techniques also play a significant role in the culinary identity of a region. Take, for instance, the art of making sushi in Japan. It's not just about raw fish and rice. It's a meticulous process that has been perfected over generations. Watching a skilled sushi chef in action is like witnessing a dance blend of precision, respect, and artistry. These techniques are often passed down through families, ensuring that the essence of the culture lives on in every bite. Moreover, food often reflects the local environment and its resources. In coastal regions, seafood dominates the diet, while in mountainous areas, hardy grains and root vegetables take center stage. This connection to the land is a reminder of the importance of sustainability and respecting nature. When we eat a meal, we're not just nourishing our bodies, we're participating in a cycle that honors the earth and its bounty. And let's not forget about the role of food in celebrations and rituals. Whether it's a Thanksgiving turkey in the US or a mooncake during the Mid-Autumn Festival in China, food is central to our most cherished traditions. It's a way to honor our heritage and share our stories with the next generation. Each dish serves as a delicious reminder of who we are and where we come from, ensuring that our cultural identity continues to thrive through every shared meal. Ritual and cultural traditions. As I dive into the world of cultural rituals and traditions, I can't help but marvel at the way these practices shape communities. Each festival, dance, or ceremony tells a story, a narrative that transcends generations. For instance, the vibrant colors of Holi in India not only celebrate the arrival of spring, but also symbolize the victory of good over evil. Participating in such events offers a profound sense of belonging, as if the very essence of the community wraps around you like a warm blanket. It's fascinating how these rituals can evoke deep emotions and memories, creating bonds among people who share the same cultural heritage. In many cultures, rites of passage hold significant importance. These ceremonies mark critical transitions in an individual's life, such as coming of age or marriage. I remember attending a traditional quinceañera, where the young girl transformed into a woman before her family and friends. It wasn't just a party. It was a moment steeped in history and significance. These events reinforce the values and beliefs of a community, serving as a reminder of one's roots and responsibilities. They cultivate respect for the past while simultaneously encouraging participants to embrace their future. Moreover, I've observed that rituals often serve as a means of preserving cultural identity in the face of globalization. As communities become more interconnected, the risk of cultural dilution increases. However, through the celebration of unique traditions, people can assert their identity and resist the tides of change. I've seen communities rally around their festivals, using them as platforms to educate others about their customs and values. It's inspiring to witness how these celebrations not only honor the past, but also pave the way for future generations to engage with their cultural heritage. Food often plays a central role in these rituals, acting as a bridge between the spiritual and the physical. For example, during the Day of the Dead in Mexico, families prepare elaborate altars adorned with photographs, candles, and favorite foods of their departed loved ones. This beautiful act of remembrance emphasizes the belief that death is not an end, but a continuation of the life cycle. Sharing food fosters connection, not only among the living, but also between the living and the dead, creating a unique dialogue that transcends time. Finally, the impact of these rituals extends beyond individual communities. They contribute to the richness of our global tapestry. The more we learn about various traditions, the more we understand the diverse fabric of human experience. Each ritual adds a thread to the global narrative, celebrating our shared humanity while highlighting our unique differences. It's a reminder that no matter where we come from, the essence of celebration, remembrance, and identity is a universal theme that binds us all. Sustainable lifestyles. When I think about sustainable lifestyles, I'm often drawn to the innovative ways communities around the world are harmonizing their existence with nature. For instance, in some villages in Bhutan, the philosophy of gross national happiness guides development, emphasizing environmental conservation alongside economic growth. It's incredible to see how these communities prioritize sustainability over mere profit, reinforcing the idea that happiness is intertwined with the health of our planet. Living in such a way not only benefits the environment, but also fosters a sense of fulfillment and purpose among its members. Agriculture is another area where sustainable practices shine. I've visited farms where traditional techniques are revived, such as crop rotation and permaculture, emphasizing the importance of biodiversity. These methods not only preserve the land, but also produce healthier food. The farmers I met spoke passionately about their deep connection to the soil, and it was clear that their respect for nature was ingrained in every action they took. Their commitment to sustainable agriculture is an inspiring example of how ancient wisdom can inform modern practices. The use of renewable resources is another fascinating aspect of sustainable living in many coastal communities. For instance, I've seen how harnessing wind and solar energy has transformed their energy landscape. It's not just about reducing reliance on fossil fuels. It's about empowering people to take control of their energy needs. I recall a visit to a small island where the entire community had banded together to create a solar farm, showcasing resilience and innovation. Their collective effort not only reduced their carbon footprint, but also strengthened their sense of community. Preservation of the environment also extends to the conservation of local wildlife. I was fortunate to witness a community-led initiative aimed at protecting endangered species in a rainforest. Local residents played a vital role in monitoring wildlife and educating visitors about the importance of biodiversity. Their dedication was palpable, and it struck me how their lifestyles were intricately linked to the health of their surrounding ecosystem. This mutual dependence fosters a deep sense of responsibility, reminding us all that our actions can have far-reaching consequences. Ultimately, embracing sustainable lifestyles is about more than just individual choices. It's a collective movement towards a healthier planet. The communities I've encountered exemplify how, when people come together with a shared purpose, they can create lasting change. Each small action contributes to a larger narrative of environmental stewardship, reminding me that every effort counts in the quest for a sustainable future. The idea that we can live in harmony with nature is not just a dream. It's a reality that many are actively creating today. As we wrap up this incredible journey through the secrets of extreme living, I can't help but reflect on the vibrant cultures we explored together, from the nomadic tribes of Mongolia to the cliff-dwelling communities in Peru. Each story is a testament to human resilience and creativity. What inspires you the most about these unique lifestyles? Is it their connection to nature, or perhaps their rich traditions that have stood the test of time? Imagine waking up each day knowing your life is an adventure, shaped by the land you walk on and the people you share it with. How would that change your perspective? As we dive deeper into these cultures, remember that every experience is a chance to learn something new. So, what's next on your travel list? Are you ready to immerse yourself in the unknown and uncover the extraordinary? I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. Who knows what secrets await you in the corners of the world? If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What unique culture do you want us to explore next? Let's keep this adventure going.